On December 23rd, the city of West Hollywood hosted the Avante Ballet Studio's performance of beloved holiday ballet, The Nutcracker. This family-friendly fairy tale was composed by Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky, arguably one of the greatest composers of classical music ever. And while Tchaikovsky never set foot in West Hollywood, his life shares several parallels with that of contemporary WeHoans. First off, Tchaikovsky was incredibly progressive. Back in the 19th century, Russian music was highly nationalistic, incorporating elements of folk music and rejecting Western influences. Ah, nationalism. That first step towards xenophobia. Isn't that right, 1939 Germany? Or 2017 Charlottesville? Tchaikovsky, on the other hand, was much more experimental, combining the best elements of Western and Russian music. The result was a body work that included some of history's greatest pieces of classical music, like Swan Lake and the 1812 Overture. Tchaikovsky was also gay. He wrote about it openly in a number of letters that have since been published, cementing a seat in the pantheon of LGBT musicians, alongside such greats as Freddie Mercury and Elton John. Unfortunately, Russia in the 1800s was highly homophobic, and not even Tchaikovsky was spared from it. So, the composer's official cause of death is said to be cholera. Russian plumbing back then was so gross that water had to be boiled before you drank it. But some claim that Tchaikovsky drank unboiled water on purpose. Supposedly, he was so distraught over an unrequited love, he killed himself. Another theory was that he was forced to drink it, either by the Tsar as punishment for his homosexuality, or by a group of his former classmates to cover up his sexual orientation and avoid shaming their alma mater. We may never know for sure, but either theory isn't too surprising in light of what we know statistically about the LGBT community. According to the Trevor Project, LGBT youth are 5 times more likely to commit suicide than their heterosexual counterparts. And according to FBI analysis, members of the LGBT community are more likely to be targeted for a hate crime than any other minority group. But in a Dan Savage It Gets Better twist, Tchaikovsky's talented body of music has, in a sense, made him immortal. Over 100 years after his enigmatic death, people are still performing his symphonies and ballets, giving him a happy ending that is less like Swan Lake and more like the Nutcracker.